Gone 5, 16, 19, 21, 33, and 10. Check results.
God, boomer o'clock. I just can't stop. Put a dead Dutch away. I mean, I was talking yesterday about social media and how it's rotting the brains of the youth. That wasn't really the angle, but still, it was kind of complaining about social media, even though I like it. And today, it's like, it's more just boomer takes. I saw a video. It was like a guy on top of like a blazing building. It looked kind of cool. It almost looked like CGI. It looked like Dumbledore in Harry Potter when he's like got the fire thing and he's like swirling it around. It looked pretty wild. There was like a single guy on there and he was trying to be saved by like a helicopter who like dropped down this sort of platform that he could then go in and stand on, and the helicopter would then take you away from the building. It looks like something out of James Bond. I didn't even know that was a method you could use to take people off of the top of burning buildings. But hey, it's 2023. It's probably been around for ages. You know, I just never seen that before. And I guess people on the ground ain't seen it before either, because they're like, what didn't get me is like, obviously it's a video, so there's obviously someone recording it. Okay, that's fine. Well, arguably, but like the guy's recording it, and I didn't really think too much about that. And I'm watching it, and the guy's like on top of this building, and he gets into the little like thing the helicopter's dragging along, and then the helicopter pulls him away. And I'm watching it, and then like the camera, like it's like he had it on zoomed in mode, and he clicked like 0.5, and you could like see more of the frame. And then just below him was like another like group. There was like more people like in front of him, basically, who were also just like standing there in the most relaxed way possible, just kind of like, you know, just looking at it, holding their phones up, holding it. And it's like, obviously people have made this point 1,000 times before, but it's crazy to like see a huge fire and like a guy like, oh my god, is he gonna get saved or is he gonna burn to death? I guess I'll record it to show the kids when I go home, and we'll find out, won't we? It's just like, what do you want the footage for? I get it if you're working for like a paper or something, you need it, like for like the Guardian or something, they want to put it on the website or whatever. But like, if you're just like a geezer and you're on your way home from work and you see it, it's like, why do you even want to record it? To look back on like occasionally, oh memories, oh a year ago today it happened. It's just weird. Outside of it, you know, obviously he's saved, so it's like, oh, I just captured a hero moment. But like, easily he could have like fallen off the thing and then burned alive, and that's crazy. But even outside of that, what made me laugh more was I then went to like look at the comments of the video, and it was like the first thing he said under that tweet was, this video was shot on an iPhone 15 Pro Max, by the way, because a lot of people will ask him. So crazy. This is just so crazy. This is like something you see on The Boys or one of these shows when they're making fun of like humanity or whatever. Where it's like, it all ends well. It doesn't really matter, I know, but like, it's just funny to me that like no one, like, you're recording the craziest thing that might end badly, and like, outside of that, it is kind of a spectacle. Like, I do kind of get why you'd stop and record it. If you, especially if you think, oh, he's going to be safe, it's going to be fine, and if he doesn't survive, I'll just delete it anyway. You know, you're thinking, oh, I could sell this for the papers. I don't know how it works, right? But like, just the fact that everyone in the comments doesn't give a fuck about the guy who got saved, doesn't give a fuck about the raging fire that never usually happens, and especially on this scale in this kind of area, that's on some big skyscraper looking building. They're just like, oh, that's quite good quality, that. All the comments is just, what? Oh, would you shoot that on? And that's the only thing you took. It's just like, that is just funny to me. Oh yeah, shot on an iPhone, like turning this into an ad for a fucking iPhone, which are all the same, slightly better camera. Oh, that's good quality. Oh my god, you can see his flesh peel right out. Like, he was quite far away in the distance, but like, it's just like, that's the takeaway. That's just fucking weird. But like, you know, the guy got away fine. It was whatever. The fire was huge, so some people must have got screwed over in that. But it's just crazy, man. Like, I just never stop. Like, and this isn't even coming from a place where like, that's morally disgusting. Forget that, right? I'm not even really saying that that's what the place I'm coming from. It's just I don't care. Not like, but like in the sense that I don't know anything. Like, if I see someone get hit by a bus, if I see police apprehending someone, if I see like a big natural disaster, tornado thing kind of happening, whatever it is, whatever. I don't want to just stand there and be like recording on my phone. If I'm out in public, it's because I'm going to it somewhere. I'm not just I'm It's very rare, and I think most people, that you're on a mindless walk. If you're walking and you're outside, it's probably because you're going from one destination to the other. 99.9% of the time, you have a place to go. And that's what I'm thinking of in my head as I'm walking. Or there's music playing or a podcast, but in the back of my mind I'm thinking, I'm walking to this place, I've got this much further to go. If I see some shit, I might stop, I might double take, I might like stop for a minute. To sit there, take my phone out, fill the camera roll up even more than it already is, right? For a video I am never going to watch back. It's like when you see fireworks sometimes outside and you start recording it. It's like, when are you ever going to look back at it and just watch the 1 minute 40-second clip of when there were fireworks? I get it, it's human nature, but it's just like, why? I don't know. Another thing I saw on Twitter, which was weird, and there has to be a story behind this. I don't believe this is just the case. I'm known to give people benefit of the doubt. I'm not going to go into this story too much right now, but my bike, I only got it like a month ago and it got stolen. Never looked it up outside yet. And then I went to a job interview and I looked it up outside for no longer than 30 minutes and it got stolen. Right. But this story has a happy ending, is that I found out it was stolen by seeing somebody else riding it. So I had to approach that individual. Firstly, I was checking their bike. Like, is this my bike or is this someone on the same bike? Because that's a possibility. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, there's a tiny scratch on that rear fender, like that are they called fenders? The stuff, the mud guard. On the back mud guard that you know, I remember doing to mine, and there's a bit of mud on the bottom. I remember there's a bit of mud on my one. Like little things, I'm like, that's definitely my bike. But I left it locked up over there, and like, I haven't checked, so it might still be there. So I had to like approach this person, say, that's my bike, give me my bike. Well, in the back of my mind, not definitely knowing it's mine. And he's like, why do you think it's your bike? And I'm like, it's mine, I can recognize it. I had to like be a little bit more confident, even though I wasn't that confident, it definitely was mine. I would say I was 75% confident, which sounds quite confident, but you'd be surprised, the 25%. It was more just the idea that like, if I went back to the place and my bike was there, and he was there, and like someone else was there, like who, like security or something, and how I would feel embarrassed. That was kind of what I was basically thinking. But no, I wasn't insane. It was my bike. And he was saying, no, it's mine. I bought it this 7 months ago. And I was thinking, but how could it have been stolen? I left it there for such a short period of time, and the first time I ever looked it up, it's just so unlikely. Opportunists, am I right? And yeah, then some old like East End woman saw us, and she went to go get the police because like he was trying to ride off on it. Clearly, like he was just pretending. No, I'm just gonna sit on it, get off my bike, is what he was saying. But obviously, I couldn't let him go off the bike, or else there's the opportunity he just cycles away. And he was like, you know, and we're just like going back and forth. And then the police come over and they're like, what's going on here? You alright, guys? And then I explain it. We talk back a little bit. You know, they ask, have I got a serial number or something? I'm like, yeah, I think so. I try and find it. I find it. They say, read it out. I read it out. It's the exact same as the one on the bike. They then give me the bike back, and then they like search him or whatever and stuff. And basically, even though I knew it was my bike, right, I deep down I did know that. It was very obvious looking back, and it was like 80% sure in the moment. I knew it was my bike. Right, my bike's just been stolen, so I have a reason to be annoyed here. But he's lying, obviously, to me, saying, I bought it this time, I've got to go to work, I'm going to be late, you're like keeping me here. He's like, get off me, why are you assaulting me, basically, when this is my bike. Like, I'm a crazy person, right? Gaslighting me, right? That I'm just quite maybe gullible, or it's not gullible, it's like benefit of the doubt. I give benefit of the doubt so much, right? And even in this scenario where my bike was actually stolen from me and I'm trying to get it back, in the back of my mind I'm still giving benefit of the doubt, because what if it's his, and what if like he's just telling the truth and I'm the arsehole, you know, and this and that. And then like you know, the police came over, who do not give benefit of the doubt, you know, if you know the police. So they immediately was like, yeah, he definitely took it. We could tell he was lying pretty early on. And yeah, he didn't even have any good excuses. And here's the bike back, you know, enjoy it. You know, don't look it up maybe. Just so you go back home. So, you know, what I'm trying to say is I saw Rishi Sunak, the Prime Minister of England, at like some kind of function community event, hammering something with the hammer facing sideways. You know, and the narrative there immediately is, oh, this guy is so, I guess, privileged that he's never had to not only like use a hammer in his life, because why would you need to feel that privilege, but even see it be used, or like even see it in general. And I guess if you gave a hammer to an alien and said, how do you think you use this, they might put it on the side and be like this. But here's the benefit of doubt in me. I don't believe, and I don't care how rich or privileged you are, you can be of that age. Any age really, toddlers. You give a 4-year-old building blocks and a fake hammer, and I'm pretty sure they hold it correctly and know generally how to do it. So I don't know how old he is. I benefit of the doubt, because I don't understand how you could be of that age and not know how a hammer is used. I've never used a jackhammer or like big certain tools or whatever that are more out there. But generally speaking, if you gave me one, I would at least know I'd know how to use it. Not definitely, like I might lock my arms or something, which you're not technically meant to do, but I'd know like that bit goes in the ground. These two handle bits, that's where you hold it, you know? Like, this is a stick with a little metal end on the top, you know? You hit the head on the nail. You know, it's literally a phrase people use, you know? Hit the nail on the head. So what are you doing? Like, maybe there's a backstory where, like, he just has bad aim, so he was using it sideways because it feels easier. It still shows, I guess, a level of privilege, because you can't even successfully hit something with a hammer, which probably shows you've never really used a hammer. But even still, I can't see a world in where he picked that up and thought, yeah, this is how it's done. The labourers and the whatevers who are using this on a day-to-day basis, this is how people use them. He probably doesn't put together his own furniture, but like if you got to put together some like people doing DIY in the house, they're using it like that. I can't. I won't benefit of the doubt. And to a point, sometimes where it's of detriment to me, giving someone benefit of the doubt that much, where they could literally drive off of your bike. I had to like pull myself back and be like, no, because if you go back to your spot and you gave this guy benefit of the doubt and your bike's not there, you're going to feel like an idiot. Double down. That's your bike, you know? Benefit of the doubt, you must know how to use the hammer. You must know. You just must, man. It's like, come on. How, do you eat? Do you know how the fork works? And it's just like crazy to me. But yeah, that's all. This is what I did, Dr. Way. 200, and I have no idea what number it is, but I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.
Here with the kids, and I got 3 kids, and the geezer was probably on like maximum 20 bags a year. Like the most boring bloke you'll ever meet. Like,